The reason what? Morning, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. Do appreciate you tuning in today for a Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. And of course, this is the Take the Points edition of Bruce Dickey. As today we're looking at another fun day of sports. That's Marty David down there. This is Jamie Hodges next to me. And like I said, I'm Bruce Dickey here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. You can watch us, or you are watching us presumably, on Channel 3 in Salem here on Friday morning, or on Channel 25, Channel 100 in Florida. Take your pick. Also in Louisville and in Jeff and Sisty, and we're glad to be building out all over the place. We look forward to a long run as we're going to talk sports today. This is Friday, May 18th. If you are watching this on television, we are taping this on Thursday night, so at this point we don't rightly know what the Caps did tonight, right?
We're just going to go with win.
Win. Okay, the Caps going to be up 3-1. That's exactly.
We're going to assume.
We'll assume that the Capitals win on Thursday.
We're going to hope they don't lose 2 in a row at home.
Well, there's always that hope.
Let's hope.
That's always that hope. This is Friday, May 18th. What is going on around the area? Well, the Sisney Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center continues the celebration of National Nursing Home Week. And with today on the 18th at 10 o'clock, it'll be the Wraithy twins bringing the message from the Wayne County Historical Society. They're going to present a program on the Shelton Gang. So if you're on your way, you've got an hour or so to get up there to the Sisney Rehab Center to watch the big Wraithy Sisters program on the Shelton Gang. And then today also from 2 to 4, the Rick Marshall Band will perform at the Sisney Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center. What else is going on? Also going to be a revival at Northside Baptist Church in Fairfield Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Always good to have the revivals on the weekend. Isn't that when you guys go to yours?
That's normally what I do.
Normally.
That's when I need it the most.
It's probably certainly true for all of us here. But that is going on tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. What is going on here at the Flora Rehabilitation Healthcare Center? They are also celebrating Nursing Home Week, and today they are having a resident fashion show, and that'll be at 10 o'clock this morning, so you might want to head out to that as well. This is Friday, so it's Fish and Chicken Dinner Day at the American Legion in Salem, Illinois. They always do a wonderful job. It's all-you-can-eat fish and chicken every Friday at the Salem American Legion. Starts at 4:30 and runs till about 8 o'clock. $10. Make that $9 for adults. Go ahead and throw them a 10. Make you feel better about yourself, helping out the folks. $4.50 for children. Go ahead and throw them a 5 for that. You don't need the change back. Also, tomorrow, big up here in Florida, the global 6K for water. And that'll be starting at the First Christian Church tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. All ages are welcome. Folks can walk, run, push a stroller, or maybe even walk your dog if the dog would need to be on a leash. You're looking at me for some reason.
I'm just following along.
All right. People can sign up anytime from now till tomorrow, and you can, or even on, like I said, tomorrow. However, sign up as soon as you can to get a shirt. I think they'll probably have a few extra shirts there if you do sign up tomorrow. Each registration does bring clean water for a child, so that is outstanding. The thing is,
may need that around Rend Lake right now, and if Benton, West Frankfort,
what is the story about this, by the way? I heard somebody say that
big busted line.
Southern Illinois is out of water.
Restaurants are shut down.
It was a 36-inch line that busted and was compromised. And
where was this?
At the Rend Lake Water, where the water facility
Benton,
is.
West Frankfort, that whole southern area.
So since it's
Christopher, since
it's out of Rend Lake, they fixed the line, but
they tried to fix it last night, and they couldn't fix it last night. So as we speak here on Thursday evening, Marion is just about out of water, totally.
And people are fighting in the stores over bottled water, and it's.
So if you're traveling, I believe Fairfield plays at Johnston City Saturday morning.
Yeah, Saturday. That's right.
So anybody traveling to
Take your own water
south this weekend,
take your own water.
Yeah.
Take your own water down to Williamson County, and presumably Benton. Don't they pull out of Wren Lake?
Pretty much. There's like 7 counties.
It was a great big area.
Well, I know on Saturday I'm broadcasting a game, doubleheader actually, up here in Salem against Marion. So the kids from Marion can come up and expect to get water
They
from
might
Salem.
take a shower while they're there. They might take all kinds of advantage of
I
it.
hadn't
Wash
heard
their
that.
car.
I saw something on Twitter about 5 minutes before we started doing the show about Southern Illinois being out of water, and I had no idea what he was talking about.
Marion's mayor even said, well, even once water is restored, once the line's restored, it'll be several hours before they get water to Marion.
Oh, really? Well,
So
it
even
takes
once
time to get.
yeah.
Well, the water's in. I mean, if the water stoppage is
They're
in,
pretty much used their reserves now.
And you got to
today.
build up pressure. And
Yeah.
Don't they have? Don't they still have water tanks?
They do.
well, but that's what they're using now
And I
because
think-
that recycles. Water doesn't actually sit in there. It goes into there, recycles, goes back out into the
And
line.
I think what I read was their reserves are for 24 hours. Is all they're required. Some have more, but they're required 24 hours, and they went through it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the former newsman Marty David. How about that?
I mean, you think about how fragile it is. You don't think, you just assume water's always going to be there when you turn the tap on.
What kind of 36-inch pipe was it? Was it an old iron one, or was it?
It was one of the main ones at the water
plastic,
treatment.
fiberglass.
one that was breakable.
Yeah, one of the main ones at the treatment facility.
How would you like to be the poor old farmer or something? Was out there like doing a backhoe, tiling your field or something. Hey, I hit something kind of solid back there.
Oh.
Was that what happened?
Or the poor guy trying to go to the bathroom tomorrow morning.
Oh gosh, I hadn't even thought about that. Oh wow!
Or open a business.
See, that's the thing.
They're forcing businesses to shut
Restaurants are
down.
closing down. They're shutting down.
Schools are closing. I mean, it's
That wouldn't be so bad.
yeah.
That's not so bad. All right, again, like I was saying, it's the Global 6K for water, and that is on Friday here in Flora. Again, like I said, every entry ensures water for one child in Africa, and they only have to go 6 kilometers average distance to get water. Now, if you're living in Johnston City or something, you probably have to go more than that. That's not something. That's no laughing matter.
Miles for me? Would you convert that to miles?
Let me
for me?
diagram that for you. That's no laughing matter. I apologize. And I hope those folks, wish all those folks the best. That's for sure. Also on Saturday, Leanne Wilson benefit up here in Flora at the VFW. That starts at 4 p.m. and it'll include a meal, an auction, a drawing for a quilt, and 80s music from Jim Earlywine. That'll be all proceeds there go to benefit Leanne to help her with radiation treatment. So our thoughts to go out to that. That's Saturday afternoon. What's on television tonight? This being Friday night, Chicago Cubs are in Cincinnati. That game will start at 6 o'clock. Kyle Hendricks on the mound for Chicago. Homer Bailey taking the mound for the Reds. That game will be on NBC Sports Channel, and that is channel 643. If you're looking for the White Sox, that'll be on 644. Texas at Chicago playing the White Sox. Doug Fister, only 1-4 on the season, pitches against Carson Fulmer for the White Sox. Again, that one's on channel 644. And at 7:15 tonight, Philadelphia, the second game of their 4-game series at St. Louis. Jake Arrieta on the mound in an unusual uniform with the Philadelphia Phillies, pitching against Michael Wacha for the Cardinals. That's on Fox Sports Midwest, channel 630 on the fiber. One other game of interest tonight, the Winnipeg Jets are at Vegas. They'll play the Vegas Golden Knights at 7 o'clock, and that's going to be on NBC Sports Network. Vegas leads that series 2-1. Marty and Jamie and I will be back here in just a little bit, talk more about what's going on around the area, as well as talk about some regionals and baseball and that kind of stuff, but all kinds of other sports. It's the Take the Points edition of Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, back after these.
Come see us at Anthony's Wild West in downtown Flora.
Enjoy salad, pizza, and pasta buffet 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. Not hungry for pizza? Our menu features a variety of food for every taste.
Our dining room is large and spacious for 2 or a crowd. Let us help you host a private party in one of our banquet rooms. Visit the Fallout Shelter to have a drink with good friends. Then try your luck at one of our 5 gaming machines. See you soon in the Wild West.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust. Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
My name is Rose. Smoking caused my lung cancer. I was on chemo and radiation. They took part of my lung out, and they put this in me to drain the fluid. Every day I prayed that they would remove it. My tip is, be careful what you wish for. That chest tube hurt a lot more coming out than it did going in.
Morning, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey. That is Marty David. This is Jamie Hodges.
Morning.
And we're glad that you join us this morning. As we may as well talk about that, at least a little bit of that weekend.
Oh, man, we got to tread careful.
We'll tread very carefully. We're going to talk about, since it's Preakness weekend.
Okay.
And
we are missing Weeze. He did make it through the weekend alive.
That's
we did
right.
get him back alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, we went on, the three of us, along with a few other folks, went on a trip this past weekend to help celebrate the ending of the bachelor days of our good friend Brian Weeze Turner, who could not be here today because he is down in dry Williamson County. And we went to Churchill Downs. Tell everyone your impressions of Churchill Downs, Marty David.
I loved it. It was honestly the highlight of the weekend for me. I thought it was a great time. It was first time for me being there, and
so that wasn't the first time you'd been to a racetrack, though, right?
No, not the first time to a live track, but obviously the first time at Churchill, and it's a cathedral, and it was very nice. I do recommend going opposite of a Derby weekend because we had, it only cost us $3 to get in.
$3 to get
Probably
in.
able to walk around.
It would have cost us about $60 to $70 would have been the cheapest ticket to the Kentucky Derby.
And I've talked to my wife and other people that have been there on Kentucky Derby weekend and have done the infield thing, and they're like, you don't even see a horse the whole day because there's just so many people on the infield if you don't pay extra to get those better seats. So
we got there.
We loved it.
We got there about 15 minutes before the first race, and this
on Thursday evening.
On Thursday evening, Jamie had not arrived yet, so.
I didn't get there until Friday.
That's fine. But just to tell you a little bit about it, about how close you get to the track, and I mean, this probably blew you away because I knew how close we were going to be.
Yeah.
We got there. We walked in. We got the horse racing form, and you already knew who you wanted to bet on, right?
In that first race, yeah.
In that first race. So we went to the windows. They got their bets in. I walked them to the area to get to the track. And we walked up to the track. We were standing about from here, 15 feet or less. No,
yeah.
10 feet from the rail. 10 feet from the rail, and about 2 minutes before the race starts. And the race starts, and these horses come rolling by, and it's a different feeling, isn't it?
It was great, yeah. And then really we hit the winner on that first race, and we were right by the winner's circle. I mean, the horse was within 5 feet of us then. And
the horse was an angry horse.
Well, yeah, he snorted and slung his head, and I could feel it. He was right. That's how close we were able to get. And on a Thursday evening, it was fun. They had food trucks and they had drink specials and stuff. And we met we met strangers that became friends.
Strangers became friends all over.
And we had a blast that day. Evening.
I think I never saw the total attendance at the track, but it had to be 4,000 or 5,000, maybe more than that, but not
more than enough room for us to go wherever we wanted.
Plenty of room to go all over the place, and then you get to see. You can go down to the paddock where they put the saddles on, and where the riders up goes, and it's just a real thrill. If you have not been to a horse racing track, you'll go one time and you'll be a fan forever. I think.
It was a fun day.
At least that is if they don't have an injury. Yeah. That was the good thing. There was no injuries. There were no injuries.
No horse got shot.
No horse. It's a bad thing.
Yeah,
it is a very bad thing. They bring the big ambulance out.
Yeah, I don't ever want to see that.
Put the curtains up. Yeah, that's just a rough deal. They don't shoot them.
I just. Assuming.
Just no, they don't. They don't. No, they don't. They give them a shot. But that brings us to
so
this
they do
weekend.
Shoot them.
Huh?
No.
That brings us to this weekend, this Saturday, the second leg of the Triple Crown. It's the Preakness in Maryland, in Pimlico, in Maryland, and. The winner of the Kentucky Derby, Justify, got the number 7 hole at the Preakness. He's coming in at 1-2.
Got a bum leg though.
He's got a bruise, doesn't he?
Yeah, got a bruise on the leg, and it's going to be muddy again, and that's not a good combo.
So you're telling me this 1-2 he's way overpriced? I'm
telling you, you and I
1-2 is overpriced.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
I'm telling you that you and I talking without talking ahead of time, but talking about the horse we liked as we got here and picking the same horse means that you and I should just lay off this race. Yeah, and I know we won't.
Jamie and I both picked the same horse.
But so we're in this race. Yeah, we don't have a chance.
With only 8 horses in the race, that makes the odds quite a bit smaller. So nobody's going to walk away probably with a $10,000 superfecta or something like that. You never know. Yeah. I mean, you could have. There are 4 horses with double digit prices, but Marty, is there anybody that can beat Justify in this race? Everybody's given Justify the race, and Good Magic was pretty close to him.
Yeah,
in the Kentucky
Good Magic
Derby.
Was the runner-up at the Derby. He's 3-1 this weekend. Looking at those kind of odds, like you said, with the only 8 horses in the race, and with Justify with a little bit of an injury, I would look for if you want to put something on it, I'd look for more of a long shot. And I really like that Bravazzo, not to win it necessarily, but as a good bet, just because
like across the board bet.
Yeah, something like that, because he went way wide in the Derby and still was making up ground on the backstretch and looked like had some left in him. And I think he ended up finishing 6th in the Derby, but it was coming on strong. He's 30-1. I think if I do anything, I might do something with Bravazzo.
See, we're a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Not as long as the last leg.
That is correct.
But we're still longer than the Derby. Got mud again.
Yes.
So the horses
it's shorter. It's a shorter race. Did you say longer? It's 3/16.
This one's shorter than the last one's.
Yeah, that's right. Kentucky Derby was longer.
Yeah, and then the last leg's
the Belmont's mile.
The Belmont's, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and that Bruce, you're at Churchill when we were talking to the people on Thursday night. They've had a lot of rainy weekends for the Derby. Everybody we talked to said that's like one of the most miserable ones they've had for rain.
A lot of the people we talked to were there.
Yeah,
had gone to the Derby, and they, of course, they're degenerates there back at the track the next Thursday.
Well, yeah,
why wouldn't you? Who's kidding who? They're having fun. But yeah, they said it was the most miserable Kentucky Derby day they could remember.
It was 3 inches of rain in a couple days, So,
3 of that day.
Well, yeah, and then like Jamie said, I think there's rain predicted for the race this Saturday as well.
Well, it's in Maryland. They've been getting rain all week
for quite a while.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be so
because they haven't. The Yankees tried to play the Nationals 3 days in a row and haven't been able to get the game in. So it's.
So you want to tell everyone who our stupid pick is?
We'll get to it. We'll get here in just a second. Are you gonna? So you think you're gonna stay away from Justify?
I mean, I'm gonna watch that injury. I mean, that's concerning with his odds. I mean, with that value, it's not a great value. So I mean, I was kind of looking at just maybe putting something on somebody across the board.
All right. Well, Jamie and I, why did you pick this horse? What made you pick this horse?
Because it's in the middle of the pack on the odds. So I was looking for.
He ran in the Kentucky Derby. We're talking about Lone Sailor.
Because he did not run that bad in the Derby.
5th place, wasn't he? 5th, 6th place.
So he ran the mud, didn't run bad, and he actually, unlike Marty's horse, started out strong and faded at the end a little bit. So this track being a little bit shorter, because he was actually up there and then kind of faded toward the end. So the track being a little shorter, mud again. He's sitting at 15-1 right now. Was it? A lot higher than that when I first started liking him.
Yeah, he was 30. Everybody thought he was going to be opening at 30-1, and he ends up opening at 15.
So there's value there, and he has shown he can run in that type of condition.
Well, see, now that's the cool thing, because if you want, you throw the $2 bet on Justify just so you can say maybe after the Belmont, I've been betting on the champion.
Right.
If you really think you Justify is going to win, and you feel like making a little money, you throw the $100 bet on Justify and win $50. That's not making that much money. He's have enough money to bet 100 for you.
No, and the other factor is that I also have to keep in mind that my Preakness betting is going to depend on whether or not the caps wipe out my account between now, my fake account between now and Saturday.
Fake. Well, now, hold on a second.
They take the points
Hold on a second. We're going to talk about this when we return. We're going to.
How did that not make the list? By the way,
we may talk a little bit about this legal sports gambling thing.
Oh yeah,
you're watching. No kidding.
How did that not make our list in our pre-show?
You're watching Take the Points, ladies and gentlemen, here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm Bruce Dickey. That's Marty David. That's Jamie Hodges. And I'm going to need another minute. Won't you fill for a second?
I just can't believe we are so good. Here's how good we are at show prep. We sat here for 15 minutes. You worked all afternoon. Marty's been doing nothing else than getting ready for this show.
I've mentioned that Supreme Court case for the last, I think, 3 shows.
I know, but it didn't make our list.
I know. That's true.
We were coming up with things to talk about.
Yeah.
And it got nowhere close.
Well, I tell you what.
Hey, real quick, though, what I do want to mention about the weekend is I was shocked, and I do mean shocked, at how neat downtown Frankfort, Kentucky was. I would have never went there.
Capital of Kentucky.
I would have never went there on my own, and we made a stop down in there and ended up spending a good 3 hours downtown.
Yeah, it was fun.
Neat as a pin, beautiful.
Oh, people were friendly. It was great. Yeah, just a great area.
Yeah, so thanks a lot to the folks in Louisville.
Frankfort Elks was wonderful.
Yeah. Frankfort Elks was wonderful. It was just an outstanding weekend, and hopefully Weeze's wedding is to him just as successful.
If not, we'll take another trip. And I hope Sarah doesn't watch this.
Yeah, no kidding. We'll be back. We'll be back right after these.
It's my choice. It's my choice. It's my choice.
So many of our county residents have treatment or surgeries done at larger hospitals. What they don't always realize is that they have a choice to select where they can have physical therapy or any number of post-operative treatments and follow-ups. Clay County Hospital is your choice. Talk with your specialist, surgeon, or primary care provider and let them know that you want to stay close to family, friends, and most importantly, home.
Clay County Hospital, your #1 choice in healthcare.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Come see us at Anthony's Wild West in downtown Flora.
Enjoy salad, pizza, and pasta buffet 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. Not hungry for pizza? Our menu features a variety of food for every taste.
Our dining room is large and spacious for two or a crowd. Let us help you host a private party in one of our banquet rooms. Visit the Fallout Shelter to have a drink with good friends. Then try your luck at one of our 5 gaming machines. See you soon in the Wild West.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
I'm Brian. I was in the military for 18 years. I joined the service so I can serve my country and see the world. But I smoked, and I got heart disease. So a lot of the world I got to see looked like this. My tip is, it's hard to serve your country when you're too weak to put on your uniform.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, Take the Points edition. I'm Bruce Dickey. That is Marty David. This is Jamie Hodges. And we're glad that you've joined us. So you're watching us on Wabash Catch TV here in Flora on Channel 100, also on Channel 25, depending on whether you have fiber. Also in Salem on Channel 3 and online. Go check out Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on the YouTube channel. We got a YouTube channel. Subscribe, and you can see all kinds of older shows as if you'd like, all the way back to the very first show with Len Wells. Boy, that seems like a long time ago.
And it wasn't.
Have you seen that?
Yes, yeah. I'm a subscriber.
That was like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago. Almost.
Yeah, and it seems a
lot
longer.
Not even 2 months. It really does. We ended up talking about the Preakness, and I do, and you do, bet legally on the Preakness. I use
Twin Spires.
And you do too?
I've got the Twin
I didn't know
Spires
if you did or not. Mm-hmm. Bovada's a legal gambling service, right?
Yeah, I've switched off of them, but there's several you can go to online.
So the Supreme Court this week, you have mentioned it over the past several weeks, something to keep an eye on, the sports gambling case before the Supreme Court. And did it come as a surprise to folks that they legalized basically sports gambling all throughout the country?
Some, to me, not necessarily, because, of course, you never know how the Supreme Court justices are going to vote. But it didn't surprise me because of the hypocrisy of it. Like we said, it's you can do it on your phone now legally.
Yeah.
It's offshore companies, but you can legally do it on your phone, and you can get paid through your banking system, whatever. So I think people finally are realizing that there's a big revenue source out there. That it's people are gambling on sports, and there's money being changed parties and hands out there, and everybody wants a piece of it. So I think that's why it's finally going to be. And it was New Jersey State that brought the case.
Yeah, that's what happened. Unless were you going to summarize?
Well, the fun part is how the case started and then evolved, because it didn't start out for sports gambling.
Really,
FanDuel and who was the other one?
DraftKings
got shut down in New York and New Jersey. And they're the ones that kind of got the politician to spearhead.
They got Chris Christie to start it.
So the case started for fantasy sports, where you could go in, $1 for so-and-so, make your lineup and play
pick a team and
pick a team and play. And that's how it started.
And win actual money.
Then by the time it got to the Supreme Court, it was all sports gambling.
Right.
So the initial case that was brought to mind was just for fantasy sports. And then by the time it got to the Supreme Court, it was all sports gambling.
And it's going to be mammoth is probably too large a word, but it's going to be a significant income stream, like you say, Marty. And do you think, you've read a lot of this, do you think every state in the union is going to legalize it, or are there going to be some that say, hey, leave that to Delaware and New Jersey?
I don't think so. I think it'll kind of maybe follow sort of the pattern of legalizing marijuana, where some states will immediately do it, and I think the legalized gambling, some states will immediately do it. Some states may never do it, which is kind of the way I think marijuana will go. Some states may never do it, but once people kind of see the revenue that's available, especially like a state like Illinois, who's in dire financial straits.
Right, but Illinois is always, that's one of the states I'm using to think that all of them are going to, because Illinois has always been so anti-casino, anti-riverboat.
Yeah.
They've been rough on them for years, not letting cities open up new ones, even though there's a lot of revenue there.
The horse racing lobby has always been strong.
But it's been...
See, I kind of thought the opposite with Illinois, Jamie. I kind of thought Illinois was one of them that was
started out real hard on the casinos.
Well, yeah, but they
need the money. I'm agreeing with you there 100%.
But I'm just saying, I thought Illinois was. We had casinos in Illinois before several states even considered it. I think there's now like legal casinos in 36 states now. And Illinois was
But about 10 years ago, when they went to open up a couple new ones up around the Chicago area.
Because I think when the first legislation was written, it was like there can only be this set number over this number of years. And that, again, was the horse tracks thought they were going to be extinct if casinos popped up. But
now, Marty and Jamie and I would have no knowledge of such things. But apparently there are these devices and people called bookmakers or bookies. Is this the end of the local bookie?
It's going to hurt them. But you go ahead. You made several good points. You didn't think so.
I don't think it's going to be the end of the local bookie, because I think it's going to cost so much to gamble sports betting. There's a term called juice, or VIG. Take your pick.
Which is usually 10%.
10% of the bet. Say if you're betting straight up on something, for a $100 bet to win $100, to win $200, you basically have to bet $110, because the extra $10 goes to the casino, right?
Yeah.
Thing is, that $10 is the state is now going to be wanting their cut of that. The federal government, Marty thinks, eventually,
once they get involved,
once enough states get involved,
will want their cut of that. We've already heard from the NBA. We've heard from Major League Baseball. We've heard from the NHL.
They're wanting an integrity tax, like they're talking about.
They're not calling it juice. They're calling it integrity tax. Yeah,
an integrity tax. They've already said they want 1%.
1% is what they're kind of talking about.
And baseball has always been, as we all know, whoever you want to name, has always been so anti-gambling. They've got signs on clubhouse doors. And for baseball to say, it's a good idea, we just want to throw this tax on there.
Yeah,
just shows how much more.
It's a little hypocritical when it comes to money too. They want the money.
And what I'm curious about is how states are going to approach it now. Are some states going to do like they do with casinos, where they're like, okay, we're going to allow maybe 10 sports books around our state in the next 10 years, or some states going to say, you can walk into Busch Stadium and after you go through the turnstiles, go get you a beer and go put down $100 bet.
Or will it be like they did with the machines to where you have to be an approved vendor, and there's only so many approved vendor. You know, like if you're in our area, you basically have one choice.
I mean, look, you know, like in Illinois, where
you have to use the state of Illinois.
I mean,
well, but I meant even the people to get the machines from install them.
I see. Yeah,
is what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
because the state won't run the books. There'll be some company beholden to the state.
Yeah,
is what I'm getting at.
Kind of like the poker machines are.
This is really fascinating how this is going to change the landscape of walking into a ball game.
I never thought we'd see it, to be honest with you. I mean, gambling's
I'm
always
like
been
you,
a back alley type deal, you know, and I never thought we'd see. I never thought we'd see the Supreme Court say, "Yeah, it's unconstitutional to outlaw it."
Fired up.
It's interesting.
I'm with him.
Oh man,
John Roberts says, "I'm with him. I'm against him."
They probably
Anthony Kennedy rolling the dice.
They drew high cards. See how they're going to vote.
It was just for the record. It was
7-2, wasn't it?
I thought so too, but this one's saying 6-3. It said it was Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Sonia Sotomayor, and Stephen Breyer were the 3 dissenting votes.
Really, everything I read said 7-2. Everything I read said 7-2.
This one I just pulled up was a USA Today one, but I thought it was 7-2 as well.
Oh, they're almost out of business. Don't trust them.
That's print media.
Yeah, print media. We can say that since we's sitting here.
That's right. That's right. It's a fascinating development, and it is just right in our wheelhouse for Take the Points, and we forgot to talk about it. I just feel really.
Hey, we got it in. We got it in. We got it in.
Oh heck! Thank heavens. We'll be back with more here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Take the Points edition on Wabash Catch TV. Right after these words. Stick around.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your #1 choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your #1 choice in healthcare.
Come see us at Anthony's Wild West in downtown Flora.
Enjoy salad, pizza, and pasta buffet 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. Not hungry for pizza? Our menu features a variety of food for every taste.
Our dining room is large and spacious for 2 or a crowd. Let us help you host a private party in one of our banquet rooms. Visit the Fallout Shelter to have a drink with good friends. Then try your luck at one of our 5 gaming machines. See you soon in the Wild West.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
My name is Brett, and I used to smoke. I quit, but not until I got a serious gum disease. My tip to you is, your smile says a lot about you. What does this say?
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Wrap up what you were doing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'll kick the TV on to watch it. And it's the View is on. Have you ever watched The View?
No.
Only time I've ever seen it is like when they've had some controversial or something and I see a clip.
It's not a good show. It's not good television. I'm certain folks like it, but yeah, it's not my
big
cup of
talk
tea.
with Bruce Dickey.
It's not my cup of tea.
I don't think you're in their demo.
Probably not.
Two separate demos.
We are not in the Views demo. Well, we are. We applied. We appeal to everybody. Exactly right. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm Bruce Dickey. That's Marty David. That's Jamie Hodges. This is the Take the Points edition, and we are so pleased that you're joining us together today as the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs lurch forward. Actually, the NBA playoffs taking a little
3-day break for one of them.
Oh, they got three. They had the game Wednesday night. They don't play a game again till Saturday, and the whole thing. Why would you do that?
That's just crazy.
That's crazy. You're giving up Friday night. I don't know.
They do play Saturday? I thought it went until Sunday.
No, it's Saturday. Is when I think the Celtics are back in against the Cavaliers. Yeah. So it's Saturday.
Oh, so then Houston and Golden State play Sunday.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
Saturday,
that's
Sunday.
right. In the playoffs, the Celtics lead Cleveland 2-0. Let's talk the NBA first, and then Golden State and Houston are tied at 1-1. Which is the more surprising current result for you fellas?
Boston being up 2-0.
You know,
because they've not been close. I mean,
they've blown them out twice.
Yeah,
well, I was also very surprised how bad Houston beat Golden State last night or on Tuesday night or Wednesday night. You know I'm shocked that Boston's up 2-0, but I thought they were maybe capable of that. But the way that Houston beat Golden State on Wednesday night really surprised me.
Hey, I got to tell you, I'm with you, Marty. After that first game, the Golden State just walked all over Houston. It really looked like Golden State had a big advantage, was a lot better team than the Rockets were. But boy, on Wednesday night with the Rockets coming back, it was a surprise. It was surprising.
You didn't think Houston win one of the? I mean, I agree with you. It was surprising the amount. I guess I just expected Houston to win one of them at home.
Yeah. Do you think? Okay, let's look at it from this direction then. The Warriors versus the Rockets, is that going to go 6-7 games? That's going to be a war, I think.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I could see it going 5 and wouldn't be shocked.
You think the Warriors are going to win the next 3 because they're at home for the next 2?
Yeah, I mean, well,
possibly.
They wouldn't have for it to go. Yeah, it's 1-1. So then if they win the next 3,
that's 5.
Be 5.
5-game series.
But it could go. They don't have to win. Yeah.
But you, Marty, think it'll go 7?
No, I don't think it'll go 7.
Because the NBA, seeing this where I get confused every year. 2-2, 1-1-1.
2-2, 1-1-1 until the finals. Then unless they've changed the finals, they might have changed them back to a 2-3-2.
Yeah, because so that would just mean Golden State would have to win both of them at home,
right?
And then they would be a game away from eliminating them, which would be and then so you got Harden inside his own head, and
so
and then they just have to pick up that one game at Houston.
I'm going to say I think it's. I disagree with you both. I think it's going 7. I think that I think Harden is a good enough player, and that's a good enough team. Chris Paul's a good player. I think it'll go 7. I think Golden State wins, but I think it goes 7.
Did you happen to see the tweet our good buddy Russ Gerlach, the head coach of the Edwards County Lions, tweeted out? It was a retweet of I think in Game 1 of Houston Golden State said Harden dribbled like 450 sometimes and had 40 points, and they lost.
Yeah.
And their win the other night, he dribbled like 250 times.
Huh. And they won. He might have passed the ball a little bit.
I think
that kind of makes a difference.
So then you're counting on Harden to pass the ball, which there's not a lot of precedent for that.
No,
because you definitely can't count on his defense.
So, speaking of the big surprise, Boston blowing out Cleveland the first 2 games. Any chance Boston can sweep the Cavaliers?
Oh, I don't think a sweep, but once again, I don't see it going 7.
Now this one I would agree.
It's going back to Cleveland. I think Cleveland's a 6.5-point favorite in the next game. I mean, it's LeBron. It's LeBron against Boston. So
that's exactly what it is. It is LeBron by himself, basically, at this point, because none of the other, like what was the starting guards on that'd be Tuesday night.
Well, they had to play Korver, who can't play defense.
Yeah. When they had 89 points the other night late, LeBron had 40 of those 89s. I mean, he's
well. The starting guards had 3 points for that game Tuesday night. You ain't gonna win.
Watch the SNL skit, the one that didn't make the air. If you can go to YouTube after watching Bruce Dickey on YouTube, go watch the SNL skit of LeBron's teammates.
LeBron's teammates. I walk his dog.
Yeah, I saw it. You know that when they roll the ball real slow up the court at the same time, I'm great at that.
Okay. Hockey, the Capitals at this taping lead 2-1 over Tampa Bay. Any word on the Capitals? How are we doing in Capital City?
Oh, they've got to win. As of this taping, they've got to win after we're done taping.
All right. Well,
they can't lose both of them at home.
Washington, right?
Yeah. And Holtby, it's kind of been – he's had a couple of great games. He's had one bad game. So, it's, of course, when it comes to the playoffs, especially when you're down to the Final Four, a lot of it's on your goalie getting hot.
Speaking of goalie, Marc-Andre Fleury for the Vegas Knights. Vegas leads 2-1 over Winnipeg. They're at home for their game 4 on Friday night tonight. If you're on cable, Fleury's been
Fleury won that game 4 on Wednesday night.
And they have. If you look at the stats through the NHL playoffs, it's been a weird year to where there's not been home ice for almost all your teams.
Right.
A lot of teams have lost at home. Like an unusual, I forget the percentage now, I read today, but it's very high, very unusual, except for Vegas.
Is it due
to that awesome pregame?
Talk about the awesome pregame. If you get the chance, turn on channel 216 tonight at 7 o'clock, and they'll show the whole pregame festivities because the game won't start till about 7:20. And my goodness, those guys!
It's almost like they know how to put on a show in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane.
Did they had a sword fight out at center ice, which I thought was pretty cool to do that on ice.
Yeah.
And then they just go way, as only Vegas can do. They go way over the top, and the crowd's going just insane.
Yeah.
And what hockey arenas do now that's really cool is they use the ice as a screen, basically.
Right.
And they can shoot a video right onto and use the entire ice. So they do that as well. And then, of course, Vegas drops down a huge, night helmet that's all lit up with smoke coming out of it, and the team comes out from underneath that. It's really cool. And not only do they have the packed stadium going crazy, Vegas has a huge outdoor concourse area that's just packed every night too with people watching. So the
town's really got. Here's what's good for Vegas is the town. Everyone always wondered if Vegas could support a sports team because for the most part a transient town.
A lot of tourists.
A lot of tourists, and man, they can support a sports.
They've
team.
done a nice job. It makes us Blues fan feel a little envious.
So I said all along I was going to root for them to win the cup, but now that they're this close, and if they do, I'm going to be so aggravated that if an expansion team can come in like this, and this is a good question for you guys too. If say the Blues could go back at the beginning of the year, scrap our whole team, and do the expansion draft just like the Knights did, would you do it? Where you get your pick of
No.
Did you hear all that you're allowed to protect, by the way?
I read this today. Every team protected 15 players.
But you have to be...
By position, though, too.
But it's like 9 forwards, 5 defenders.
Yeah, it was by position. So you couldn't just...
You can really cherry pick if you're an expansion team in this day and age. You can put together a good team.
This is a fluke. It's
Marc-Andre Fleury.
It's Marc-Andre Fleury. It's a hot goalie and a good team. It's a hot goalie and a good team, and whoever drafted him, I don't know the guy's name,
with great fan support.
Whoever picked him, they picked for speed, and they picked for a particular purpose. It wasn't like they were just saying, "Oh, this is the best guy at this position. This is the best guy at at this position. No, they were going to a particular style of play, and it has worked for them.
I did see the little scrap at the end of the game on Wednesday night between the Knights and Winnipeg. Ryan Reeves was the former Blue big man, was just dragging a couple of guys by their jerseys around the ice at the end of the game.
You got to root for, got to root for Ryan Reeves.
And Turzon. They've got Turzon, too.
What's the other guy?
The Caps have Oshie.
Yeah.
So
it was one of my favorite Blues.
I loved him too.
In the former Blues division of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Paul Stastny's having a great playoffs for the Winnipeg.
Tampa Bay doesn't have any former Blues.
We're going to go with no. Because we really need them to lose. We need no reason to root for Tampa Bay.
We want Tampa.
We want no reason to root for Tampa.
We'll be right back.
Matter of fact, they have signs that say we hate the Blues in their stadium, I think.
We'll be right back with more here on Take the Points edition of Big Talk with Bruce Dickey, back right after these.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians, and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Welcome to Clay County Hospital. Clay County Hospital and Clinics offer the best in services and care in the area with a staff that strives to provide the very best in patient-centered care. We offer full hospital services including radiology, therapy, surgery, labs, and emergency services. Our clinics located in Flora, Louisville, and Clay City allow us to reach out to Clay County residents so that you never have to go far from home for your healthcare needs. In addition to our regular provider staff, we also offer affiliated specialty provider services at our Flora clinic. Finally, have a minor injury or illness but don't want to wait for an appointment? Our walk-in, no-appointment clinic hours in Flora are Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. until 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Make Clay County Hospital your number one choice for healthcare, convenient and close to home.
Clay County Hospital, your number one choice in healthcare.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Come see us at Anthony's Wild West in downtown Flora.
Enjoy salad, pizza, and pasta buffet 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday. Not hungry for pizza? Our menu features a variety of food for every taste.
Our dining room is large and spacious for two or a crowd. Let us help you host a private party in one of our banquet rooms. Visit the Fallout Shelter to have a drink with good friends. Then try your luck at one of our 5 gaming machines. See you soon in the Wild West.
I'm Brian. I was in the military for 18 years. I joined the service so I can serve my country and see the world. But I smoked, and I got heart disease. So a lot of the world I got to see looked like this. My tip is, it's hard to serve your country when you're too weak to put on your uniform.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold. Your call will be answered in the order it was received.
Tired of paying a big faceless company for your local telephone service in Flora? Now you can easily switch your 662 telephone number to Wabash Communications in Flora. That's right, Wabash can now provide local phone service to the Flora area, and yes, you can keep your 662 telephone number. It's available to both business and residential customers. Call us today at 662-3636. Wabash, your local telecommunications provider.
Morning, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Take the Points edition. My name is Bruce Dickey. Down there, that is Marty David. Right here, that is Jamie Hodges. And we do appreciate you tuning in here on Wabash Catch TV. It is Channel 3 in Salem, Channel 100 or Channel 25 in Flora. So, all right. Distressing news over the weekend is Adam Wainwright done? Is the career over? Will he ever pitch again?
I'm sorry. I wouldn't. I don't know if say never, but will he ever effectively pitch again? Doesn't seem like it.
I think he's probably done pitching, but Marty made a real good point earlier.
What?
Pretty good with a bat.
Well, he's in the last year of his contract. You got to figure that he's not going to pitch again this year unless something magical happens inside his elbow, because he left because he had pain in the elbow that was hurt a lot worse than any he'd ever had. And you got to figure he's been pitching for 30 years, since 5 years old.
With a curveball specialty.
With a curveball specialty. Yeah. And it's scary probably if you're Wainwright and you're the competitor he is. I got to tell you, I don't think he's pitching again. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't either, and it's sad.
Well, but you got to think of who his manager is.
Well, you got a point. All right, shall we go ahead and let Marty have this? Marty have his time.
He had no business pitching the other day, and definitely didn't have any business being out there as long as he was
in the third inning. What was he doing out there in the third inning? Because it was clear after the first inning, or in the first inning,
it was clear for the first couple batters.
Yeah,
that he had
how far off he was.
He's barely touching 86 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And
his stuff's not breaking.
Yeah. And Matheny leaves him out there, and that's the player, the competitor is gonna. It's very hard.
He wants to stay out.
Wayno's not pulling himself from a game.
What's he gonna do? Call time and say, "Hey, I don't have it today, guys. I better go sit." No, that's when the manager.
The thing is, he felt it in warming up. He knew that his elbow was hurting bad, and he kept throwing, but he was trying, like you said, he's the bulldog.
And you also don't have Yachty out there to say, hey, you don't have it today, bud.
Yachty would have been able to
Yachty would have been the veteran that maybe could have said, or even if one of the mound visits said, hey Mike, he doesn't have it today, let's save his face and let's get him out. Yachty's not back there, obviously, and then Matheny just left him out there.
Well, he did get out of it, only giving up a couple of runs. He somehow got lucky. I mean, he walked like 6 players, and he walked 6 guys in 2 1/3, and only gave up 2 runs. So you hate seeing it, but
yeah, he's a warrior for the Cardinals. I'll love him forever.
I hope if he's done. I almost hope that if he's done, he's done.
Yeah.
I don't want him to come back and the Cardinals say,
well, he's not going to come back as a Cardinal.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, and I do not want to see Adam Wainwright in another uniform.
You got to figure he's not coming back as a Cardinal. His contract is done after this year, and St. Louis has a lot of pitchers. So it's going to be tough for Wayno to come back in St. Louis. And you're right. That's kind of like, what was it, the last years of seeing Steve Carlton pitch for the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah, it just wouldn't look right.
Seeing, there have been several pitchers that extended for no good reason, except getting paid.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. A quarter of the way through the season, what's the biggest surprise so far? The Atlanta Braves are in first place. They lead the National League in wins. They got the best record in baseball. Is that the biggest surprise?
That, along with the Dodgers doing as bad as they are with their payroll, I'm surprised that we're not in the cellar with the injuries we've had and getting ready to be.
When you say we's, meaning the
Cardinals, and getting ready to have, I don't know, maybe one of us catching.
Yeah.
Do you know how to catch? You're a good baseball player.
Well, I tried to bat poorly catch, so I didn't have to go back there very often.
There you go. That's the best way to catch.
Yeah.
Did you try to let the ball go?
I'm just not very good at this.
I don't have that range. Oops.
These the shin guards don't fit.
Yeah. Forgot my cup.
Put me in left. Put me in left.
Well, that's pretty smart. That's a
I
good
just
thing.
did not enjoy it.
Didn't enjoy catching.
No.
Well, see, now how long has it been now since Yachty got hurt? He ought to be coming back.
I did.
They
read
called it 4 weeks.
He said Benji,
who
was Yachty's kind of megaphone. He said he thought he'd be back sooner than 4 weeks.
So we got to be getting close to that, but we got to survive. I mean, Phillies.
It was
playing. Philly's been playing pretty decent.
Was it Kentucky Derby weekend? The Yachty got hurt. Kentucky Derby Day, wasn't it? That Saturday.
It was that weekend,
yeah.
I think.
I was kind of hoping it was the weekend before, but I think it was.
I think it was that weekend. Because it was when
it was Derby Day because I had it on out in the shed waiting on the Derby to come on.
That's when we were talking about it.
Yeah, it was Derby Day.
Folks, we appreciate you watching. Thanks, fellas. We'll talk to y'all next week.
Thanks.
Have a great weekend, folks. Talk to y'all real soon.